And we're back.
Timmy! Woo!
Happy Carpool Conversation Day.
I know, I'm so excited.
Who do we have today?
Okay, Tim, we have an amazing couple.
Ooh.
We
Amazing?
have, yes!
Okay.
I need a drum roll for this. We have Matthew Brittany Arnold!
Oh, snap.
Woo!
Hey.
Oh! Hey!
How's it going?
Good. Yes, buckle up for safety, because,
Yeah.
you know.
Safety first.
Yes, safety first. Timmy, where are we going?
Well, we go to our favorite place. We go to Starbucks.
Ooh.
Starbucks.
So, yeah, be thinking of your order.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we would love to get you guys a drink. Welcome to the Carpool Conversation
I
know.
vehicle.
Wow. It's a bit surreal to be here.
So you weren't kidding when you said power couple.
I'm telling you, like,
Okay.
these guys are amazing.
What are we talking about?
So today we're going to be talking about dating because
Ooh.
this is a huge conversation for many of the students. They're really interested in that. I mean, as Christians, what do they do? Like, when is a good time to start dating? What does that look like? You know, how do we do it?
I didn't even start wearing deodorant until college.
Yeah.
And that is obvious.
So,
Oh my
oh,
goodness.
I'm excited.
I
You
know.
didn't meet Rachel till college either, right?
It's true. Once
There
I
you
started
go.
wearing deodorant, all the stars started aligning.
So there it is, guys. All you got to do is wear deodorant and then you can start dating. You're old enough to start dating.
All right, so I'm assuming if we're going to be talking about dating, we're going to have like a few different demographics of people
Absolutely.
that'll be like maybe processing this topic.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, so we're probably going to talk primarily to high schoolers, but obviously we've got parents that listen, sometimes middle schoolers, and obviously some college students as well. So hopefully we'll be able to hit the gamut. So guys, tell us your story. How did you guys?
Yeah, who are you?
Yeah, who are? Yeah, like for people that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I came to Greenville 8 years ago for college. Before that, I grew up in Indiana. So came to college, and that's where I met Brittany. I met
Where'd you
her-
go to
I
school?
went to Bob Jones University.
Go Bruins!
Bob Jones University.
Gladward.
What is a Bruin?
I think it's a bear.
It's a bear.
Oh,
Good question, though.
That was the college
I mean,
shit.
valid.
Does
I
anybody
didn't know
know?
either, so.
thank you.
Does anybody know?
Go Bruins.
So anyway.
So what, you guys met in college? You
we
guys
met
knew
in
each other in
college.
So,
college?
we met in college, but we were just friends.
Ah, very
Yes.
good.
Yeah, we did not start dating right away.
No, we really
That's
weren't.
when Matt started wearing deodorant.
Yeah. Well, you know.
You gotta reel them in somehow.
That's
You're-
awesome.
you
Axe
gotta
body
at least
spray.
Wear deodorant, not
Okay.
Axe body spray.
No, please
You should
don't.
not wear Axe body spray.
Okay, in all seriousness.
Sorry, I'll be quiet.
We met in college. It was right before Matthew's senior year, my junior year. I was a year behind him. And we were both super involved with student government,
Oh,
student
nice.
body stuff. So that's how we met. It was like working on projects for student body.
Okay.
And
Sweet.
we were friends for a while, and we had mutual friend group. So we would go hiking and do all sorts of different things. So I graduated. Brittany went on to Clemson
Yep.
to start
Nice.
working
Shout
on
out to
Oh, I
Clemson.
remember that.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
Tigers.
That's awesome.
And so it was her second year of grad school when we started dating, and it was actually on a camping trip with a bunch of friends, and we were on the camping trip, and I'd known Brittany for a couple years by now, and we were hanging out with primarily her friend group on this particular trip, and so she was. By the end of the camping trip, I was like, I need to start dating this woman because she has all
Aww.
of the character qualities.
Do you see the way
that
she
I'm-
lives out of that tent?
She's going out of that tent. Right, yeah, exactly. She looks that good when she's not showering.
Hey, there you go. That's good.
Okay, all right.
But seriously,
He's
like,
such a GQ. Everything.
I know, look at this
she-
couple. They're just.
But she was a leader. She was serving people. She was like all of the things I had on kind of my mental checklist of like things that are important in a woman that I want to spend my life with. Like she was checking off all the boxes. So started dating. A few months later,
Yeah.
and dated for a year.
How'd you do it? Like, were you like, yo, girl?
Oh, that's yeah.
Like, how does it go from friend
Right.
to like?
Oh,
so-
that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm
Well done, Tim.
very old
Thank
school
you.
in that because I asked her mom and her dad.
So he
Oh.
was like way old
He's
school.
very
Whoa!
wow.
Whoa! You
Yeah.
went to mom and dad for dating?
Yeah.
Nice.
I did.
Okay.
Not that everyone has to.
Yeah, not that everyone has
No,
to.
we're
That
not
was
saying
just
that.
yeah. No, you don't.
That's
have
just
to
your
do
cup
that.
of
That was
tea.
just the way
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's the only
But
way.
you were dating with the idea of, hey, I'm older and I'm pursuing marriage.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah,
and we were more mature, like older.
right.
How old were y'all?
I
I would have
was,
been like 25,
and I would
24.
be 23,
Yeah.
22, 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were older, and I was pretty sure it was going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't have started dating her if I thought there's just no way this is going to work. So
So you
thinking
weren't
in the
just
long
putting out your
run-
feelers or anything.
Right.
Like you had
Right, because I'd had
observed
friends
her for a
like
while.
she wasn't the first girl I'd ever talked to. Like I had other girls I was friends with. I
He did it to me.
I was just looking at the car over my shoulder. Continue, Matthew.
Yeah. Just don't kill us, Tim.
I won't.
So I was pretty serious, and that's why I talked to both parents. It's like, well, if I'm gonna marry her, like I want to get off on a good foot with.
What a
Aw.
Smart, honestly.
Yes,
So-
yes.
What a guy.
Yeah.
So I talked to both parents, and then I took her out for a nice dinner.
Where'd y'all go?
We went to Sobeys.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get
Sobeys
the crab
is so
cakes?
good.
We did not.
I'm not a seafood person,
Yeah.
but
Oh, that's a shame.
Neither's my wife.
yeah.
Oh.
I went to
That's a
Sobeys, and I waited till the end of dinner to ask her.
Yeah.
Which, in
We,
my
like-
mind,
Did you know it was coming?
100%.
I mean, it was Sobeys. If it was Taco Bell, then you'd be
That's
like,
great. He showed up and I was like, how serious is this date? And I'm like, how much do I dress up? Like, that's,
Yeah.
that's an important
That is
question.
right.
So I figured out Sobeys and I was like, okay, well, that means at least like I should
Yeah.
dress up a little bit.
yeah.
Um,
Anything in downtown Greenville is probably serious.
yeah, you know, somewhat serious.
I love it. Okay, so let's talk a little bit then about, since we're talking primarily to high schoolers, maybe some middle schoolers and everything. So, did either of you date other people in high school?
I
And
did.
If so, what did that look like for you guys?
So I dated someone my senior year of high school. We dated for 6 months, basically from halfway through senior year till graduation.
Okay.
And I would say, like, I definitely don't regret that by any means, because at that point I was also a senior in high school, so there was a level of maturity to the relationship, but also I think I learned a lot. Like, there were a lot of things I learned from that relationship where it was like, well, I definitely don't want to, like, these qualities are not something in someone that I would want to marry. Not like anything against that person, we just weren't good for each other.
Right.
So I dated I did date in high school.
Okay. Did you date Matthew in high school?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not date in high school.
Was that by choice or just by, there was nobody to really date? There wasn't anybody, or you
Their
just
parents
said,
weren't available.
no.
was-
No, what I mean is, like, were you just like, I'm not going to date in high school, and I'm going to wait till college to date?
A little bit of both. There wasn't really anyone I was interested in, and my parents weren't super encouraging of dating.
What was the reasoning behind that?
I think it was primarily a maturity thing.
That's fair.
Waiting till, like, as the older you get, the more I think you realize what's important to you in a spouse. Like, hey, if I'm going to spend my entire life with this person, because marriage is for life, right? Ideally. So if you're going to spend your life with someone, there's certain things you realize, like, this is really important, that this person have this character quality or this, or even just looks at life in this particular way. I think as you get older, you get a better feel for, okay, this is really important, and this is something that, like, it's maybe a nice to have, but if they don't have it, that's fine.
Well, and it makes me think too, there needs to be intentionality behind every decision, Mercy, that you make.
Timmy.
I'm putting my phone on silence. There needs to be intentionality. So let's say you're a junior in high school. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. If your intentionality of dating is just to get to know that person and what you do like and don't like in a human being, I think that's a win. Right? I know
Absolutely.
people always say date for marriage.
Right.
But I would think if you're being intentional, you can accomplish certain things. Like, I'm just going to take this person out on a date and get to know them,
Right.
what I like and what I don't like. So when I do get older and I am thinking for marriage, I know what to look for in a person.
And I think
Yeah.
that's part of too why you should be building good friendships. Like, and I think that's really underspoken about in the church or just in general about having really good like guy relationships if you're a girl and really good
so
girl
important.
relationships if you're a guy. And the important thing about that is it's not just that way in high school. Like even when you are married, you're in a small group with other guys and girls that you're not married to.
Interesting. Like
And that you should-
appropriateness.
Right.
And you should be able to have good relationships, and that's how you learn a lot about people that
Or
way.
people you work with. I mean,
Yeah.
yes.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't just work with all guys or all girls. Most jobs don't do that. So, I mean, you do interact. Genders interact.
Yeah, and the
So-
friends are important too because you guys, that truck needs new brakes. You guys said like how y'all met was through your group of friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, if you have crummy friends, you're probably going to meet crummy people. If you have great friends, you're going to meet great acquaintances through the friends that you choose.